Hello, good morning everyone, and I am your English educator. I am Simran, and I am going to teach you a very interesting and very easy topic that is called pronoun and its kinds. So let's start. Okay. So see, what is pronoun? Before starting the lesson, you will have to clear the concept of noun. Okay, you have studied since childhood that noun is the name of person, place, animal, or things, and or any ideas are known as noun. And how many kinds of noun? There are 5 kinds of noun: proper noun, common noun, abstract noun, material noun, and also collective noun. Okay, so today we will study about pronoun. That is also important topic in English grammar. Okay, so listen, look, what is pronoun? A word that is used in place of a noun is called a pronoun. So what is pronoun? Pronoun is a word that is used in a place of a noun. It means pronoun replaces a noun. And why it replaces a noun? Because to avoid to avoid to avoid repetition of the words, to avoid repetition of the word. So what is pronoun? A word that is used in place of a noun is called a pronoun. And why pronouns is used in English grammar? Pronouns is used in English grammar to avoid the repetition of the noun. So let's see how we place the pronoun, in any sentences in English grammar. Okay, and what are the examples of pronoun? The first one is I, me, this, those, we, they are the examples of the pronoun. Okay, let's see how it replaces the noun. Look, there is a sentence, Smita. There is a sentence. Smita thanked Raj because Raj had helped Smita to complete Smita's work. So here, how many times Smita has occurred? Smita, and Smita. So Smita is what? Smita is noun. So how we replace this word Smita? So Smita is a girl. So we replace it with she and also with her, because we will use she and her with any females and any girls member. Okay, so when using pronoun, it reads like Smita thanked Raj because he helped her. Also, there is also one more name, that is Raj, and Raj is a boy, so we replace with he or his or also him. Okay, so Smita thanked Raj because he helped. He is for Raj. He is for Raj. So he helped her. Her is for Smita. To complete her work. Her is also for Smita. So pronouns are used to replace or avoid the repetition of the nouns. Here we see Raj is replaced by he and Smita is replaced by her, and also here Smita is replaced by her. So understood? So let's start. How many types of pronoun? So how many kinds of pronouns? See, really there are 8 kinds of pronouns. So the first one is personal pronoun. We pronounce it personal pronoun. The second one is possessive pronouns. The third one is reflexive pronouns, and the fourth one is emphatic pronoun. Fifth one is demonstrative pronoun. Sixth one is indefinite pronouns, and seventh one is relative pronoun, and eighth one is interrogative pronoun. So let's discuss one by one about them. Okay, so let's discuss about what is personal pronoun. Yeah, we can see how personal pronouns are used. So what is personal pronoun? They take the place of person or thing. What is personal pronoun? So personal pronoun generally it replaces any specific name of person and place. or also things. Okay, so what is personal pronoun? When we use when we replace it with any specific name and name of person and place, na, that is called personal pronoun. So here are the examples of personal pronouns. So I, me, you, he, she, her, that all are singular pronoun. Okay, that all are singular pronoun. Singular pronouns. And also we, us, them, there, you, that all, those all are plurals pronouns. Okay, so the first one is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun simply replace any specific name of person, place or thing. Okay, like if I say Smriti, so Smriti is a girl, so we replace with C, we replace with C. If I say Raj, so Raj is a boy, so we replace with he. Okay, and also she and her, and with Raj we will also use he, his and him simply. So understood everyone? The what is personal pronoun? Personal pronoun simply replace any specific name of person, place or thing. Okay, let's discuss about the second kind of pronoun, that is possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. So what is possessive pronouns? So possessive pronouns simple refers to any, it represent ownership. Okay, it refers about ownership, simply ownership or belongingness. Ownership and belongingness. These are used instead of a noun to show possession. Possession means any kind of ownership or also relationships. Okay, and also belongingness, it shows about any kind of ownership and possession or relationships. So what are the example? Let's see. That is mine, ours, yours, his, hers, theirs. So how we make or how we will use these examples, we will use these examples in our sentences. So how we will use, like this pen is mine, this pen is mine. So how we will use, this pen is mine, because this pen is related to me, so that's why I've written this pen is mine. This classroom is yours. Okay, this pen is hers, that bag is his. So that all the examples we will use in the sentence, and we will make the sentences of possessive pronoun. Okay, so the next one is reflexive pronoun. So reflexive, what is reflexive pronoun? They are pronouns in which the actions done by the subject reflect upon itself, means they are pronouns in which the actions done by the subject reflect upon itself or selves is added to the personal pronoun. It means it return back to the subject, turn back the subject, and or reflect back to the subject. So how we will use, like themselves, myself, himself, herself, yourself, themselves are the examples of reflexive pronouns. So how you will identify the reflexive pronoun? By these words simply. It's a trick, because if we place self or selves at the end of the sentence, at the end of the word of the example of reflexive pronoun, so it will be examples of reflexive pronouns. So how we will use this sentence? Like I will do my work. No, I will do it myself. I will do it myself. He will do it himself. So how we will use it? Return back to the subject. Subject is I. So for I we will use myself. For he we will use himself. For he we will use himself. There are many more examples like I'm discussing. See, for I we will always use myself. Okay, for he we will use himself. For she we will use herself. For they we will use themselves. For you we will use yourself. So these are the example of reflexive pronoun. So what is reflexive pronoun? When the subject reflect when the words reflects back to the subject, and which the action done by the subject reflect upon itself or selves. We will how we identify by these words self or selves. When the subject return back, when the action or when the words return back to the subject, when the words return back to the subject, it is reflexive pronoun, and or we can say it is an example of reflexive pronoun. Let's see another kinds of pronoun. Let's see some examples. Okay, fill in the blanks with suitable pronouns. Danny has no friends. Das is a loner. Das is a loner. So here Danny is a subject. Here Danny is a subject and Danny is a name of a boy. So we will use here he, because he is used for a boy. Okay. So second one is, this house belongs to me. It is dash. Okay. So me is referred to I, that this house belongs to me. So we will use it is mine. This is possessive because it shows the ownership, because this house belongs to me, that's why it is mine. So when we show the ownership na, that is included in possessive pronoun. Okay. And also he is referring to personal pronoun, because he replaced the name of a specific person. Specific person. Who is a specific person? A specific person is Danny. So we replace Danny with he. So that is personal pronoun. Okay, that is personal pronoun. They do their work themselves. I've explained about when self word is written. When the self word is written, it is included in which kind of pronoun? Yes, reflexive pronoun. Okay, it is included in reflexive pronoun. Here it is written they. So for they, we will use themselves. Okay. So the fourth one is, Rama brought this dress. It is dash hers. Rama brought this dress because Rama brought this dress means it's Rama's dress, and it shows the ownership because it's a Rama's dress. Let's see again. Okay, Rama brought this dress. It is hers. So it shows ownership about the dress. So whose dress is this? This is Rama's dress. So for Rama, we will use hers, and hers is included in which type of pronoun? Yes, it is possessive pronoun, because possessive pronoun shows the ownership. Okay, let's move towards question number 5. I enjoyed my stay in Delhi. Here it is written I, so for I we will use my. So it replaces the pronoun I. So it is also included in personal pronoun. I hope you understood, everyone. Let's move towards the another types of pronoun. So the next is emphatic pronouns. Okay, so what is emphatic pronoun? They, so, emphasis and are generally used after the pronoun. It means it put stress on it. It put stress on it. It put stress on it, and they show emphasis and are generally used after the pronoun. Emphasis means it put stress on the subject. Stress on the subject. So how? Let's see an example and clear the concept. He himself organized the picnic. So he is for the boys. He represent the boys. So we will use himself, and she for herself. She herself baked the cake. So I know you're not able to identify the difference between emphatic pronoun and reflexive pronoun, because they both their examples are approximate same. Okay, their examples are approximate same. So how we will differentiate between reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun? Let's see. He himself organized the picnic. She herself baked the cake. It put stress on the subject. The first thing is it puts stress on the subject. Okay, and how we will identify emphatic pronouns are used after the subject. In every sentence, how you will identify, it will also used after the subject. It will also it will always used after the subject. Okay, like he himself. After the subject, he is a subject. He is a subject or not? Yes, he is a subject. She is a subject. So if we put the examples of himself, herself, itself, themself, yourself. So after the subject, if we put himself, herself, themself, their self after the subject, then it is included in emphatic pronoun. Which kind of pronoun? Emphatic pronoun. So what is emphatic pronoun and what is reflexive pronoun? Emphatic pronoun means it put stress on the subject. It puts stress on a subject simply. And what is reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronoun means it when the subject return back. Okay, when the words return back to the subject or turn back, when the accent turned back. So that is the difference between emphatic pronoun and reflexive pronoun. Okay, let's move towards the next kind of pronoun, demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns are very easy. Okay, so it points out the object that is included in demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative people or things stand for. It means it point out it means it point out the specific objects. Okay, it's points out the it's point out the specific objects, like this pen is mine. Okay, that chair is yours. Okay, so this, that, these, those. These flowers are beautiful. Okay, those chairs, these chairs, those chairs, that fan. So if we point out any object now, that is included in demonstrative pronoun. Okay, so what are the examples of demonstrative pronoun? How you will identify? So from these examples, this, that, these, those. Okay, let's move towards the next type of pronoun. So the next one is indefinite pronoun. Let's see what is indefinite pronoun. A pronoun which refers to a person or thing in a general way. It refers to simply when we refers to the general things, general people, general places. So that are included in indefinite pronoun. Okay, so let's see an example. Someone, it's represent the general things. Someone, everything, also nobody, few, none, anyone, all, others, etc, etc. Okay, so that indefinite pronouns are simples when it represents the general things. So that is those are the examples of the indefinite pronoun. And what are the examples? Someone, somebody, few, nobody, that all are represent in a general way. So that are included in indefinite pronouns. Okay, let's see the next pronoun, interrogative pronoun. So what is interrogative pronoun? Interrogative pronouns are also very easy and they are used for asking questions. Simple interrogative pronouns are used for asking questions. And simply how you will identify the interrogative sentences or interrogative pronouns. So first thing, you will look at the subject. As a subject, the interrogative questions will be WH questions will be used in the interrogative pronouns. They are used for asking questions simply when we ask questions about the any things or any person or any place. So it is it is included in interrogative pronoun. So what are the examples of interrogative pronoun? Whom, whose, what, which. So they are the examples of interrogative pronoun. So how you will identify the interrogative pronouns sentences? Simply with the interrogation marks. It always end with interrogation mark. If it always end, if you see in the at the end of the sentence interrogation marks, so that is included in interrogative pronouns. Okay, so let's move towards simply. It is a very simple kind of pronoun. Yes, the next one is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun we have discussed. The next one is relative pronoun. So what is relative pronoun? It refers to a preceding. It refers to a preceding noun. It means कि it adds information about the previous noun. What it adds information about the it adds information about the previous noun. So look how we will identify that is relative pronoun. So who, which, when, whose, what, whatever. So I know you think that it is also example of interrogative pronoun. So how you will identify that it is a interrogative pronoun and it is either it is interrogative pronoun or relative pronoun. So how you will identify? Simply in interrogative pronoun, interrogation mark interrogation mark is placed at the end of the sentence, but in the relative pronoun, no interrogation mark, no question marks are placed at the end of the sentences. Okay, so look, it adds information about the previous noun. It adds information about the previous noun. So how you will identify, like, this is the boy who stood first. So who represent for the boy, and boy is a noun. So boy is a previous noun. है ना? So it adds information about the previous noun. So when we add information about the previous noun and placed who, which, when, whose, what, whatever in the middle of the sentence, that is included in relative pronoun. Simply cricket, it is the game. Cricket, it is the game which I would like to play. So which is placed for which game? Cricket, and cricket is a noun, so we will place which. So it adds about the information about the previous noun, because this is also a noun and this is also a noun, and this in this sentence boy is also a noun, so it is included in relative pronoun. Okay, so what are the examples of relative pronoun? Relative pronoun examples are that, who, which, when, whose, what, whatever, and many more. Okay, let's discuss about the next kind of pronoun. So that's end. Let's see some exercises. Some exercises of the pronouns. Fill the correct pronoun. Sumit, the first one is Sumit and his friends went to Delhi. Sumit and his friends went to Delhi. So why we place his here? Why we place his here? So his is for Sumit. Sumit is a what? Sumit is a boy, and his is what kind of pronoun is this? His is personal pronoun. We have discussed which replace the name of a specific person or place is included in personal pronoun. So it is personal pronoun. Okay, it is personal pronoun. The next one is Sanya bought this cap. It is hers. So Sanya is a girl, and this cap shows about the Sanya's ownership. It shows about the ownership. So if in any sentences which shows the ownership, we will place in any sentences if it shows ownership about any kind of person, so that is included in possessive pronoun. Yes, possessive pronoun shows the ownership. Possessive pronoun shows the ownership. Possessive pronoun shows the ownership. The next one is, this book belongs to me, it is mine. This book belongs to me, and which if we so it shows about ownership and belongingness, that is included in possessive pronoun. So this is also possessive pronoun. This is also possessive pronoun. Paul loves his sister Anna. Okay, so his is for Paul. Paul is a boy, and for boys we always use his. So Paul loves his sister Anna. Okay, the next one is she herself prepared the lunch. This is a subject, and I have told you that when we place, I have told you, if when we place herself, himself, yourself, themselves, so after the subject, if we place herself, himself, after the subject, it is included in which type of pronoun? Yes, emphatic pronoun, because emphatic pronoun put a stress on the subject. Put a stress on the subject. So this is included in emphatic pronoun. Okay, I hope you all got it, and keep learning, keep growing, and see you in the next video. Okay.